Hello, guys. Hope you're doing well. This is TJ, and you're listening to Beyond the Ring podcast. And welcome to my review of Monday Night Raw. And this week's Raw episode was a surprisingly pretty good show. The matches were good, and they are going to the right direction. And I hope so. They would considerably. I hope so. They improve when until fans come back on July 16th. I hope so. They improve a lot upon on the booking decisions that they are getting. They still have some time, and they could improve, and they are on the right direction right now. And certainly not a very good show or something, but a better show than we have been seeing for last few months, at least I would say. For April, May, after WrestleMania, we've been not seeing interesting shows, especially May month. And I would say that. So before WrestleMania as well, the shows wasn't that good as well. But still, a better improvement, a major improvement, a pretty good show, I would say that. So let's get into the show then. Before we get into the show, please make sure to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel for more wrestling content like this. So let's get into this then. So we start off with the VIP launch, and Lashley and MVP is there, and they are kind of having their enjoying with the ladies. And they are I expected that some another challenger would be coming. And man, I was just bored when Kofi Kingston again came out, because Kofi Kingston, man, this is over. Drew McIntyre already defeated Kofi Kingston. He was out of the title picture, and now he's coming, and he's justifying that he's getting his pinned Bobby Lashley, which is correct. And I mean, that's the thing that he's doing. So a filler kind of a match that's actually confirmed, and this is for the WWE Championship at a Money in the Bank, and this is between Kofi Kingston and Bobby Lashley for the WWE Championship and Money in the Bank. I didn't expect that, man. I didn't expect a fresh new challenger. I wanted, especially for a kind of a Money in the Bank theme pay-per-view. Especially, man, this is not a very big four pay-per-view or something, but certainly a good pay-per-view is that I look upon, I enjoy upon, because of because of the ladder matches, and all the I mean all the fantasy things that we actually expect, that maybe the winner would be cashing in or something. So a good match going on, and then we get the cash inside. So that's you could expect that. So to have the excitement, you should have the match excitement as well. So, and I didn't get that. I didn't click that. So a very maybe, I mean, it would be a good match, a solid match. I mean, I don't expect to be. I mean, storyline is good, like a underdog versus kind of a underdog versus the power guy kind of a storyline. So good, they actually build it up right that way. But I'm not that interested. But then we see that Xavier Woods also was there with Kofi Kingston. Xavier Woods actually challenges Bobby Lashley for Hell in a Cell match. And because when the show started, the Hell in a Cell structure was not removed for some or the other reason. I thought that, I mean, this is the paper after the show, the pay-per-view after the show, so maybe they didn't remove it. So this was the reason. So I guess so. This is not only the only reason, because we had also seen some news regarding that NBC Universal is not happy with how they actually give up the free Hell in a Cell match on SmackDown for Fox networks, and we aren't getting that. So I mean, we aren't getting that, not that way, but I mean, Hell in a Cell match was being given to free television match, so that they didn't like it. So a tit for tat kind of thing they did. They did it for Monday Night Raw as well. I did it for SmackDown. I'm doing it for the Raw as well. At this point, when they said that this is going to be Hell in a Cell, I mean, Hell in a Cell is not kind of a special pay-per-view or a special stipulation or something. It's certainly a stipulation, but not a kind of a stipulation that you can include in a no DQ match, or a false count anywhere match, or a tables. That's also a kind of a pay-per-view theme. So that's not anymore. Hell in a Cell is not a pay-per-view theme stipulation kind of anymore. It's getting into kind of a stipulative match, that we see the chairs match, or we see the false count anywhere, no DQ match, that's kind of stuff. And I mean, man. they really they are they are giving the fans a treat, and they are giving fans to watch through a Hell in a Cell match free. I know that, but we know how they what they why they are doing it. And I am not interested, because the Hell in a structure, actually, if one goes through that and it has severe pain, you say, and you have severe amount of that you have challenges, and you actually part of your life is gone, kind of that kind of selling is, and that kind of story is there when you come out of the Hell in a Cell match. So literally that selling is gone, because Bobby Lashley had a hell of a very brutal match, physical match in with Drew McIntyre, and then he's kind of having that that doesn't have that kayfabe that you expect, even though we know that, but. I didn't like the booking that they did, but still we are gonna see. So I wasn't excited that much that Xavier Woods is it. So maybe it would be a good match or something. I think so. So actually, yeah, I think I have actually felt about like that. So this was a segment, and then we get to Money in the Bank qualifying match. So this show was all about the Money in the Bank qualifiers. So that was good, because right out of the bat you are having the build up, and but at first I think so it's too much matches of Money in the Bank in this show. They could have some 2 3 matches, and then they could have that some matches in next week or something. Yeah, but they did it all at once. If they use that time to something building up and all, that would be good. Just having done the qualifying match, and then you're just standing there, and that's not good. You should build the match, and you should have the storyline going forward for all the thing. And I expect that. I hope so. WWE does some kind of fun stuff or something to have excitement on the Money in the Bank ladder match, and it looks good actually. The qualifying matches were good. Not a bad matches were there. The first match we got was AJ Styles versus Ricochet, and this match was this was a okay match, I would say. They could It had some dead air in the between, but still this was a good match, where actually Ricochet actually had a very good performance, and AJ Styles gave Ricochet a lot of offense. And AJ Styles, we didn't think that AJ Styles is gonna win, because he's Raw Tag Team Champion. So maybe he's gonna defend in Money in the Bank. So in the end, we saw Ricochet actually gets to the rope, while AJ actually was put on the calf crusher, and AJ actually stands. Was distracted. He was going to the phenomenal forearm, and before the match, we saw Viking Raiders, a segment with Viking Raiders and AJ Styles had a scuffle, where AJ Styles actually had an argument, and so that's why Viking Raiders comes and attack Omos. Omos goes through the barricade while they were going to, while he was going to attack Viking Raiders. He rams into the barricade, and the caused a distraction. And AJ Styles actually jumped for the phenomenal forearm, and he got into the recoil. Ricochet got in the recoil finisher, and kind of a code breaker finisher, so gets a pin. So good match, I would say. Good match opening, okay opener, nothing to say about. Good, okay qualifier match, and I like that Ricochet qualified for the Money in the Bank. At least something is going on, my man, for him. He's a very good wrestler, and I've seen his matches in Dragon Gate and all, and he's so good. His fast pace and his wrestling is very exciting to see. So second match, we got another qualifier. This was a tag team match, and this was Asuka and Naomi versus Eva Marie and Piper Niven actually, but they actually prior to this match, Eva Marie and Piper Niven had the segment, and where she was going to reveal her name Piper, and she was going to say, but Eva Marie said your name is Drop, and she isn't liking that, and she at the whole way of the ramp and whole match she was kind of not excited to be kind of a lackey of Eva Marie. So she did what she wanted, and that was interesting. Then this match, and I'm glad that they did it, because this kind of thing, and people are expecting winning the tag team championship Thank God we didn't got that, because this pairing is very bad, one of the baddest pairing that we have got. So it was not nice. And Eva Marie actually was going to tag Dewdrop. The match was okay. I mean, going fine, fine, nothing to say. Dewdrop actually didn't tag Eva Marie, and Eva Marie actually was kind of, she's kind of acting like a manager where it's a tag team match, and she's not standing in the ring holding onto the ropes, holding onto the tag ropes, but she's actually standing in the ring side. I mean, very yeah, very ignorance that she showed on Dewdrop. So that respect, Piper even, so that respect didn't like by Dewdrop, and she was going trying to get tag, but Eva Marie is not coming, and she finally got the tag, and this wasn't given by Eva Marie because Dewdrop was on the top rope, and she actually had the blind tag, and Dewdrop didn't like it. And when Eva Marie got to the tag, Dewdrop actually didn't tag her, and Eva Marie got rolled up by Naomi, I guess so. So Asuka and Naomi get the victory. Uh, that's so the turning was very good. So maybe we would be seeing next week Drew Draw versus Eva Marie. Maybe we will be seeing a Money in the Bank qualifier match. That would be also a thing. Maybe. So lots of changes that would be coming, I think so. So even though they are doing this qualifying matches, I think so they would be having something interesting matches, something changing going on, because the first of the changes that we saw that, and then we saw Charlotte and Charlotte's actually segment. Sonya Deville and Adam Pearce comes out, and they say that about the Rhea Ripley ending, even though disqualification is all there, but you actually intentionally disqualified. So Charlotte and Rhea Ripley is gonna have again a match. I mean, and it's not going to be next week or Raw. It's going to be in the Money in the Bank. I mean, another rematch of the century, man. I mean, I'm just so. I mean, the matches they confirmed, I hope so. They could, if they could make a triple threat match or something, maybe Nikki Cross, involving Nikki Cross, because she was the one. Because we saw before they were building for the Hell in a Cell, they were saying the next opportunity will be getting for Nikki Cross. They actually said that. I mean. Even though that was a beat the clock challenge, but she got the victory, man. You were having the yeah, you get the victory on over the champion. So certainly you should, you have done so many dumb things than this. So this is not a, this is the thing that you have shown us. So why don't you, man? I mean, why don't you? I mean, Nikki Cross, if getting into the triple threat match, that would be good. Some kind of change. And if not, they didn't say it's a no DQ or something. Again, it's gonna be there's no sense going around. I mean, they are having a rematch because of the DQ that, and you're not even making the no DQ match, because again, you should not have that. So that kind of thinking. They didn't do that. I mean, man, what are they doing? I mean, no, I don't know. Again, a rematch, and I'm just bored right now. When I was, and we get to the another third match, qualifying match, which was Randy Orton versus John Morrison, and this was a good match with some shenanigans by Miz, and Randy Orton had a good performance here as usual. John Morrison also was good here, and nothing too special. It was a fun watch. It was an okay watch, and in the end we saw. Miz actually distracted Orton by using the dripstick, that water splash onto Orton, and I was like, he's gonna took a hell of a beating from Orton, but that actually caused a distraction as Matt Riddle comes out, and Matt Riddle has actually goes goes on to a mess, and he was running with the sitting on the wheelchair, and that was kind of a distraction where he was standing on the apron. Randy Orton was standing on the apron, and he hung up on the ropes, and then he hit the split legged moonsault. Kind of a weird ending that John Morrison does from few weeks right now. I mean, this is kind of a kind of a wrestling move that's actually doesn't feel like a finisher or something. I mean, split like a moonsault. I don't like this. I don't like the selling aspect of it. I mean, Randy Orton, kind of a legend. He's actually taking the loss cleanly. I mean, roll up could have been a very good, but I mean, I don't want to say that John Morrison getting the victory is bad, but he's not built like that. He's funny. He's kind of just like who comes around and joins around Miss. That's it. And he had some good matches with Damian Priest and all, but that's it. I mean, getting a victory on Randy Orton that too clean was not that, and that distraction as well wasn't that kind of, and the attack as well. He just hung the neck on the ropes. I mean, I don't see some a very clear thing. The ending was bad, so I didn't like that how they did it. Gave John Morrison the victory. So giving John Morrison victory, I don't complain, but the ending was meh. That was not good. So we get to the fourth match. So John Morrison is also confirmed right now. So Ricochet and John Morrison confirmed for Money in the Bank ladder match, and then we get to Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross versus Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. This was a fourth match, and this was, I mean, a very weird pairing. I mean, Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross had a lot of things that was being going on before this, and Nikki Cross actually had a Alexa Bliss actually, first of all, she had a new music which which I didn't like upon, honestly. I mean, it was okay, not hating it, but still the Fury music was way more good, and the that was way more good, and that up and down kind of the music that it goes up and down, that was good, and that was very scary and evil kind of music. And they did remove it. I didn't like that, so maybe they could come they if they return it, that would be nice, yeah, by listening to the fans or something, like they did some changes on Keith Lee when we are complaining on Keith Lee's music. So maybe if they could return this music again, that would be good, man. This music wasn't that bad or something. The Fury music wasn't that bad. It was going good. It was certainly fitting her. But this new one, it's okay. It's okay music. I mean, it fits. Okay, it fits. Okay. I mean, okay. I would say not a very good as the Fury one. And Nikki Cross also had a character change where she is dressed up like blue blazer and blue blazer Owen Hart. And I thought about she's kind of giving a tribute or something, but she is the new character, and there's a Superman gimmick that Nikki Cross is doing. And so certainly that fits her character. I mean, that's good, and they did it well, and looked really well, and she looked very good, very beautiful, and that was good for her. I mean, she's playing that gimmick, so having this thing, it's not bad or something. Some fans also said that it's kind of a hurricane or gimmick, or yeah, hurricane gimmick. And I thought about more of like Owen Hart's gimmick, blue blazer. So this match, uh, okay match. I mean, I'm saying okay stuff on all the matches, because the matches were okay to watch. I mean, nothing to say special or something. The interesting part was that Alexa Bliss controlling Reginald to hit Nia Jax to slap, but he doesn't got it. He actually wasn't hypnotized, and in the end we saw and the end we saw Reggie actually was hypnotized by, as I said, and Naya with a tight hug, and Nikki kicks both of them, and she rolls back in, and Shayna is distracted then, and Nikki actually cradles her, 1 2 3, and Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss picked up the victory. So I'm kind of bored to see this kind of love story that is going on between Nia Jax and Reginald, man. It doesn't look good. I mean, and still, I mean, a storyline perspective, okay. I mean, match was just there. I mean, okay, it was good to see Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross pairing. So Nikki Cross is more of kind of having a change, and she's kind of accepting Alexa Bliss right now. So had a good cohesion right there. So that was okay. So no matches were kind of a very good level, or a best match or something, or a very good matches, but a pretty good okay match, I would say. Nothing to say bad about or something. And then we saw another segment which was Jinder, Jeff Hardy, Cedric, and all were standing, and Sheamus also was standing, and they were actually talking about and Pierce and Sonya Deville on to their opportunity for Money in the Bank qualifying. A good segment right there. So segments were not bad as well. And Jinder and his lackeys actually wants the Jinder wants to get actually the opportunity, where Sheamus actually also want the opportunity, and Sheamus actually tells Cedric actually tells that you actually talks about the past, you should look upon the future. And Jeff says because all of them say they are the former champions, so that's why they want opportunity. But Sheamus says that he's a champion right now, and he should get the opportunity neither unless of the qualifying match. And he says if you have well, then you can defend US championship then. So he just turns it around and he just escapes there, because he says that he has pain as well. That was a comedy thing, that Sheamus actually, and Sheamus actually runs away from then. And Sonya Deville actually laughs at that, because Sheamus loves that championship more than his all the thing that he would be giving for that. So that was funny. So a good segment right there, focusing on the Money in the Bank situation. Then we get to the fifth match, which was between Matt Riddle versus Drew McIntyre. And when this match was confirmed, I was sure this match would going to be a very good match, because there's some they some if you see they if you see these two names, and if you see these two guys, they had a mix up of style. Both have that flurry of style, both have that grit and determination, both have that aggressiveness that they bring about, and both have their that against all odds kind of attitude. And they steal this show. And for few months Matt Riddle is a star, because whenever Matt Riddle have match, they actually steal. And the Randy Orton Matt Riddle match was good. Matt Riddle Xavier Woods match was good. So Matt Riddle Drew McIntyre match, this was a very good match. I mean, I haven't seen I mean, the Claymore being reversed like this at this pattern. I mean, it was very good. And the power advantage of Drew McIntyre, and the selling of the Drew McIntyre actually, because of the back. And he because all the story was written on the back, because he has the cuts and bruises that he had on, because of the Hell in a Cell match that he had, one of the dangerous match that he had. So he actually was confirmed by Adam Pearce and Sonya Deville. Are you sure to take part in this Money in the Bank situation? So he was ready. And he took a lot of pain in this match. The selling was more than what I expected, and it was very good by Drew McIntyre. Matt Riddle's performance was very good, and he actually tries to beat this guy, tries to beat this Drew McIntyre to a very extent, and he tries very very well, and he finally got the victory. But at an interesting situation, we got Randy Orton actually comes, because excuse me, Randy Orton actually Randy Orton actually comes out, and he was standing on the ramp. And while Matt Riddle was having was wrestling Drew McIntyre. And I thought like Randy Orton would be turning on Matt Riddle or something, because the look of him, he was not kind of appreciative or something. He was just standing kind of, he was kind of frustrated, because he lost to John Morris, and he didn't get the opportunity. So I certainly felt when the match ended, when he actually asked Randy about his thoughts and all, but he didn't say a word. And when he actually turned back on Drew McIntyre to see, I thought about that Randy Orton would be hitting the RKO right now, but he didn't hit. I mean, I think he controlled it. I mean, I don't have I don't say that this is a kind of wrong thing that they can do. I mean, this is very early moment. They can turn Randy Orton onto Matt Riddle. Certainly, it would be a great match. But what's the point? The one pay-per-view match, then the tag team is gone. But the tag team situation, if they go about, that would be very good. I mean, for some months or something. Certainly, this is not going to be kind of New Day or something. Certainly, this is not kind of a tag team that we are expecting to be kind of a Uso or New Day or yeah. So I don't expect that, but they teased it well, and I think so in 1 month or so, I think so Randy Orton is gonna turn, and that was a kind of very good history, right? Drew McIntyre actually looking on Randy Orton, because they had a very huge history on 2020. Most of the matches Drew McIntyre had was with Randy Orton. Very great match. I mean, calling this match would be a very, we actually saw chops, headlock, I mean headlocks, and all the transitions and all the power moves, suplexes, backbreakers, gutter and suplex from Matt Riddle was impressive. And second he tries, but he doesn't get that, so that was good. And knee strikes was good. And the end we saw both men outside where Riddle sends Drew into the post and hits an overhead belly to belly. The outside thing was good. The selling was great. And in the end we saw. Riddle actually Drew locks the head, double underhook, future shock DDT. Riddle reverses with a pin but he didn't get the pin. Huge clothesline, and again a pin, but he didn't get it. And Drew sends Riddle into the corner face first and lifts Riddle onto the shoulder. Alabama slam, and pin for another pin attempt by Drew, but he didn't get it. Drew to the top, and Riddle already goes to the top. Then an elbow from Riddle, and he crosses Drew on the top rope, Riddle with elbows to the face of Drew, and Drew with a tree of woe, and Drew reaches up, release German to Riddle then, and then we in the last we saw Riddle to the top rope, moonsault, rolls through. Drew wants a claymore, but Bro mission was countered, and Drew grabs a wrist, breaks the hold, turns into it, and Drew rolls Riddle forward, and Riddle with a running knee and a headbutt from Drew, and a kick was missed from Riddle then, and up to the shoulders. Riddle rolls forward, and he gets a victory, and he actually gets a victory on a former WWE champion. So certainly, Matt Riddle is a future prospect for WWE guys. They are looking on him to be WWE champion. So I mean, there's nothing wrong. I mean, Riddle is good. I mean, they should certainly have some change on his character, because his promos are now he's kind of a kid, he's performing, and he's caters to the young audience, and he's like just saying and saying and saying. So that kind of promo, I mean, is comedy kind of thing. So change in character and promos and all, if he does that and all the wrestling kind of stuff, he's in the best of that. So nothing to say. So very good match, a very good match of this episode, and one of the match of the night. And then we get to a segment where as I said, Riddle meets Orton, and Riddle doesn't do anything, but actually they teased it. And then we get to another segment, which was Mansoor and Riker was standing, and Riker actually was hitting the strap onto his back, and he asked Mansoor, he tells about the Elias situation, and the match is confirmed for next week, and it's gonna be strap match between Elias and Jackson Riker. Nice. I mean, we haven't seen strap match in a long time, so could be so that he cannot escape. So then we saw Ali coming up, and Ali says that you. Ali actually tells Mansoor that he's asking the wrong questions to all the wrong people. He needs to ask how the money in the bank were stolen from both of them. He has some advice, and he gets that if Mansoor even can't get the opportunity to climb the ladder of success, then you have to build your own. So kind of Ali was kind of having running his mind and running his own, getting into his head to have a heel turn or something from Mansoor. Mansoor and Ali, if they have a very good heel tag team, think about that. They have that same descent from Saudi Arabia, so that would be a very good tag team if you make them a tag team, or if you have a Mansoor as a competitor and Ali as a manager. I mean, I wanted to see Mansoor and Ali more than as a tag team, because both can perform then. But the first plan also isn't that bad. Ali becoming the manager of Mansoor, because he's suited up whenever the segment happens, and Mansoor is a kind of a competitor look that he has. So certainly this is a good direction that WWE is doing. So certainly a good storyline that they can build up. A good tag team also they can build up. So we get in the main event, and this was between Bobby Lashley versus Xavier Woods. This was not for the WWE Championship, but this was Hell in a Cell match, and was excited. I mean, we are getting another free television Hell in a Cell match. I mean, just throwing away, and I mean, we could not expect getting next year or so. I don't know. So very. I mean, at one point it's a positive, and one point it's a negative. As I start on the show, in the starting of the show, it just degrades the value of the Hell in a Cell stipulation, and also they are giving the free thing. So that's a win situation for fans and for the ratings as well. Talking about the main event, man, this was a very good match. I mean, this was a very fun match and a free TV Hell in a Cell match. They did it well. I mean, not something OMG moment or something that we expected, but still, this was a good fun main event. And Xavier Wood actually got his first main event crack and hanging on with the WWE champion. So that's a very added advantage for how for proving for Xavier Woods, as well as Bobby Lashley. It's hard work that it's a very commendable effort that he actually put upon. I mean, back to back Hell in a Cell match. It's pretty difficult, man, of how lots of hard work that nowadays wrestlers actually put upon to impress fans and impress us actually, and that's a very huge responsibility and job as well. So but they're trying it, but the show actually isn't that great at the level of past years or something. And nowadays, these superstars are so much hardworking, and it's a predetermined still, but the moves and all that looks actually very very physical, and they get physical as well, and they don't I mean uh, come back and all to of becoming afraid or something to have this moment or something, have any good moment, great moment or something for the fans. So they're all on it, and this was a very good match, and most of it, the hard work that actually put upon was very good, and especially Xavier Woods comeback and all the babyface reaction that he got, well, that was good. Uh, Even though I didn't thought about the Bobby Lashley is not losing out, but still I thought about that maybe Kofi Kingston storyline is going on, that they are MVP is actually trying to get into the head of Kofi Kingston. So maybe Xavier would having getting the victory on Bobby Lashley, and then Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods facing on next week, because Kofi Kingston is facing Bobby Lashley for the championship. So that would be a very interesting situation that they can create. So they can still create right now as well if they do, because but there's the thing that they should have to do then, because you would have to wrestle then. But it's all yeah, they could have to be doing the rematch then. So certainly that actually opportunity is gone. So maybe if Xavier would actually got the victory on WWE champion, and that would be certainly would be look bad, because I mean, for a point, but if they actually build up that Kofi Kingston versus Xavier Woods, they announced that in this week, and this would be a match for next week for the number one contendership. So that would create a very good, interesting situation, and very good, interesting situation. I mean, Kofi Kingston turning or something. So at the end, actually, the show actually ended at really, 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 really well, and. For past a few weeks and months, we haven't seen some good ending, and this was a really good ending, I would say, like, as in the end we saw running kick is missed, and Lashley actually sends Woods onto the chair, head first, and Woods actually turns a spear and hits a spear, and a full Nelson, and he taps out right away, and Bobby Lashley retains, and post that we saw MVP actually getting into the Hell in a Cell structure, and he actually gets locked inside, and they both actually attacks Xavier Woods. They both attack. So maybe MVP is kinda. I mean, I don't know why they are attacking Xavier Woods. He already got the victory. So maybe getting the heel reaction. That's why they want to be heel. So that's why they did. But certainly, I think so. Another thing that is playing out is that MVP is trying to have Kofi Kingston into the team of the Hurt Business. So he's really, so maybe they can do one thing that we can expect that. Don't think so they would be doing, but Kofi Kingston reluctantly actually accepting to join Hurt Business or something, because Xavier Woods, they are hurting Xavier Woods, that's why or something. But kind of a very cringe storyline. That would be a very obvious storyline that I would be seeing, but there's no point that they could drag on, or the storyline could not be very interesting. But still a point that I actually make and I thought about. So the Lashley actually continues to attack. MVP tells ref to break the chain and enters the cage. He locks it and full Nelson to Woods, and he makes him fade as MVP actually watches, and Kofi actually and he keeps make Kofi watch, and that was a very good moment. So very nice build up start for Kofi and Bobby Lashley. And as much as say this in the start that they didn't do, they I was not interested in that, but they trying to build. So maybe the build up would be get better, and that would be kind of making me interested to see this match. I never say that it's going to be a bad match or something. It would be really good match, but still it's kind of old because already we have seen this. So that's why some new things that we want to see, because we going to have fans. So a new change, a new beginning for WWE right now. It's gonna be on July 6th. So again, you are having, so certainly think that there's a very 50-50 chance for Brock Lesnar coming back, because I don't know. I don't know he would be coming back or not, because the rumors are not coming. They're saying that discussion is going on, but Dave Meltzer is saying that there's no concrete evidence, a kind of a statement or a very plan that's being made that Lesnar is going to face Lashley or something. So that's a match the fans are waiting for. Hope Lesnar come back, and he already said that he will be coming up when fans come back. So hopefully he come back, man. It's long time we didn't see big boy Brock. So this was a good ending for the show, and this was a pretty good show. And I would certainly be recommending you all, if you have time to watch this show. Certainly, if you have not time, then you do watch the Drew McIntyre versus Matt Riddle match, and that was a very good match. So I hope you like this match. I hope you like this show review as well. Please make sure to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel for more wrestling content like this. And I'll see you guys in the next reviews, guys. Until then, be safe, stay energetic. Peace.